Are you living your dream? And if not, what is holding you back? If you don't follow your dream now, how can you tell that you ever will? When forever is just a moment and neither is granted. This summer we moved into our van to follow our dream and to live connected with the wild. Not because we were ready, but to not miss another moment. Do you want to come along?
Good morning, guys. It's a new day and we are on our way to a new location. We are going back up towards the mountains again, this time to a place called Jostedal. It's a national park, supposed to be really beautiful. We don't know much about it, but we are going to explore it. However, this is the place where we spent the night. So happy with this place. It's been really quiet. The view by the lake has been amazing. We had a really slow morning, but now it's time to wrap things up and hit the road again.
One thing that we have come to accept when looking for new places is that there are lots of times we can free camp just where we want to. Even if that's one of our favorite things in the world to do, many of the most beautiful locations do have common parking lots, and the location itself is a good hike away. Very seldom can we park, work, and then stay the night all at once. But as soon as we came to this valley, we realized it was more than we ever could wish for. We came to an open space in the midst of the mountains and with a perfectly flat surface. We could park our car wherever we wanted to, and we immediately realized that we could both film and build a cozy camp to spend the night. With both happiness and excitement, we first drove to Tungestolen cabin for lunch, researched some hikes nearby, and of course, saluted the mountains and our new home.
So we really didn't know what to expect when we came here. Like I said earlier, we haven't done much research about this place, but it's amazing. We just parked the car and I couldn't be more happy with this spot. And we will definitely stay here, maybe even 2 days, going to set up a camp.
Guys, do you know what this is? This is where you make popcorn. How cute is that? So that is what we are going to do tonight. We don't have any projector like I know many van lifers have, so we won't have any movie night,
but how's this for a movie? It's pretty good, right? I think I'm satisfied with that. I'm looking so much forward to this. So cute. Good morning, guys. Just as so many other mornings, we are about to go on a hike. Once again, the most beautiful spots are not to be seen without a little bit of effort first. This time, we are going on a 5-kilometer one-way trail towards the glacier of Austerdalen. Come with us. What could feel more like freedom than this? We have this open field, it's the mountains. It's just one of my absolute favorite kind of landscapes.
Vi kom med vinden, vi är här och nu. Nu är tiden inne, här och nu kom vi går. Den tid vi har är allt vi får. Som solen skiner, så som blommor blomstra, så går vi hand i hand över skog och land. Vi är nu, vi är nu, vi är nu.
Gud vad söt! We found our car. Aww. Hi guys, today I am thinking of giving you a little closer look inside our van and show and talk a little bit more about how we are living in it. It's not going to be one of those like super nerdy van tours where I show and talk about everything. I can save that for another time if you would like, but at least giving you an idea how she looks like on the inside. And for the reference, I'm saying she because I do believe our van is a she and we call her Chandra by the moon. But before jumping into that, I also want to share a little bit of the background story because the background story itself has a lot to do with why she is built the way she is. Because the truth to be told, she is far from ready. We want to build our car into our forever home, but that's going to cost more than we have. So the reason why she is not ready is, truth to be told, solely financial. So to live full-time in it, as we do at the moment, it's definitely a little bit of hustle due to it. Anyways, back home in Stockholm, where we are from, we run a lovely little yoga studio together, and we have been doing so for 6 to 7 years, and it's been our main income for those years, and it went pretty well before COVID. And when COVID came, we pretty much dedicated both our lives to save our little studio and our business ever since. And I say ever since because our business has always been small, so when COVID came, it didn't really have the muscles to kind of withstand the kind of crisis that COVID turned out to be. I mean, at least for us, at least for our business. And I know many amongst us, of course. So even if COVID's passed, we absolutely feel the aftermath still. So truth to be told, there is just this pretty much monthly anxiety if the studio is going to sustain us enough or not, if all the extra filming and shooting that we also do, will that sustain us enough or not. And it just haven't been any kind of real stability for years. And with all that said, just to make this decision to run the studio at a distance, as we do for the moment, and to move into this van, even though it's not even properly built yet, and to just chase our dreams and to work on all these projects without having any warrant or guarantee that they will work out, even if that's the intention, of course. But with all that combined, it was still a big decision for us to do this. But something I came to realize before leaving is that we already took the decision to not live a 9-to-5 kind of life already years ago. And those challenges that came with that, at least for us, is just not going away just because we put our dreams on hold. Does that make sense? This is scary for sure, but it doesn't cost us more to sustain us living in a car than it does to sustain us living in a big city, which we do otherwise. Different is that at least, even though we still work hard every single day, we at least live the kind of life we want to meanwhile. And of course, I can talk more and dig deeper into things that we don't have or choose to not have or gave up on just because we prioritize to be and to at least feel free instead. Many things that is actually really like core stability things for lots of people. I know many people around me who would not trade their kind of stability for the kind of lifestyle that we live. But like I said, at least we are following our dreams, and instead of talking about what we don't have, let me show you what we do have. Let me show you how we made this car, doing what we could with what we had, and turn her into a beautiful little home that we are living in at the moment. Let's go. Our car is a Peugeot Boxer from 2019. We chose to have windows all around, and I am so happy for that decision. It's quite of a small car, and having those windows really makes a big difference when it comes to making the space feel larger than it actually is. The windows are toned, so you can't really see in very well, but it works amazingly well for us to see out. We don't have any permanently built solar panel system. instead we are using these foldable solar panels and we attach them onto our windows using these hooks. And then when we are leaving, we are folding them back and store them in the car. And I will talk a little bit more about our electricity in a second. But before that, I will show you the inside of the van. So this is what you see immediately when you step inside the car. We do have a fan permanently installed. That was something we felt was really necessary before us moving in. So that was one of the things that we really prioritized. Something that we don't have permanently yet is an insulated roof, or a roof at all, I guess. This is just the shell of the car. It's white at least, so it still gives us lots of bright light. However, of course, I can't wait to install a beautiful wooden roof to really make it feel more like a home. Another downside with not having the roof insulated is that I think you can imagine the sound in here when it rains. You can really hear everything going on the outside. Same goes for the walls as well. We don't have any insulated walls. Again, it's just the shell of the car itself. We still try to make it as cozy as possible here in the kitchen. So we have white curtains everywhere in order to make it look nice. We have these string lights to make it look nice. This is our kitchen wall where we have spices, lots of non-permanent storage for basically anything that we would need to cook. We have our glasses here. So talking about the kitchen brings us to our $40 water system. Say hello to our plastic container, because that's what it is. This is a complete normal plastic container that we covered in this hand-sewn little garment for the container. So it will blend in and look good with everything else in the kitchen. It's kind of a good idea, right? Again, you do what you can with what you have. All right, so when I say system, we do have a sink, so we can do the dishes, stuff like that. And underneath, we have our gray water. And that's the system. Pretty fancy, huh? This is where we store our foldable solar panels. And this is what we use missing out on a properly built solar panel system. We use this EcoFlow. We have two of those. One is located here. So this is where the electricity from the portable solar panels go. And it also gets charged when we drive. While here on the floor, let me also show you our bathroom. If you open this curtain up, you will find our toilet. To use it, you pull it out, use it, and then you push it back in. No room for privacy in this van, and that's it. And above it we have some more storage, and behind it we have even more water stored up. That's it. Let me keep on showing you what's behind all the other curtains. Still in the kitchen. Here we have all our cutlery, stuff like that, necessities for cooking, eating. Again, just temporary, but works. And underneath is more temporary built stuff. This is just usual wooden boxes that holds food, so no permanently built here. More storage. And if you pull the curtain on the other side, you will see our kitchen. Once again, it's not permanent. It's a portable kitchen using gas. super happy with that as well. Kind of getting used to not have any fixed kitchen and to take this out every time, every morning. I'm cooking myself a cup of coffee, I'm taking this out. More storage, soap, basically anything we need for cooking and dishes is behind these curtains in the kitchen. We also have this white bench, which makes it possible to cook with a view. So this is mostly where I do the cooking with our portable kitchen. Underneath our bed is where we keep our fridge. We actually invested a little bit to get it, and we are pretty happy with it as well. It's a good size. And this is our bed, and I really love it. We made it quite big. It takes up a lot of space in the van, but it's so worth it because we can sit here, we can work here, we can sleep properly, both of us. So again, that is a decision that I'm really happy with. And of course, the whole reason to do van life, I would say, is to open the back doors and to have views like this. To have the whole world as your garden. If you open the back doors, you will find our storage or basement, if you so wish. In these white boxes, we do have all our clothes. We have our fireplace tripod, we do have paddle boards, we do have wood to make fires, chairs, tables, you name it. In between these back doors is also where we have the possibility to shower if we feel like doing so. It is a little bit of a hustle to dig everything out from the car, but we do have a shower head, a hose, and a container with water for the purpose to shower stored in the back as well. So yeah, this is kind of an overview of how she looks like. Our sweet, much loved little home. Okay, I believe that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed this little minivan tour, even though she's not ready and most of it are temporarily built. But instead, maybe it can inspire to just do what you can with what you have. And we don't always have to wait for the perfect opportunity. Sometimes it's up to us to create that opportunity and to just fearlessly chase our dreams. At least that is what I try to have in mind and try to live after. And with all that said, it also reminds me of something I read yesterday. A ship in a harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are made for. I know we're all made for great things and that dreams can come true. That is for certain. But time is not. Therefore, I do believe the time is now. That it's always now.